So I'm out on one of my cool winter walks, and it's actually my favorite kind of night to be out. It's cool and crisp, and we've just had a very sparkly, dry snow shower. And on these nights when I'm out in the cold, I feel sort of like, I don't know, some kind of wandering Zeus, like Jove with my traveling cap on. And I wanted to talk a little bit about a favorite passage of mine from literature. For some reason it came to mind. Again, probably the Jovian, the Jupiter in disguise kind of thinking. This probably won't have any interest for anybody, but nobody's awake anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's one of my very favorite passages from Virgil's Aeneid, and it came to mind. And the Aeneid in Latin is incomparable. It, along with the Homeric epics, is definitely among the greatest things I've ever read. And maybe I'll just keep walking here. I'll read in the dark for a minute and kind of keep puffing so that my aromatic doesn't go out. But a certain passage has come to my mind. As I said, that it's one of my favorites. And it's when Aeneas receives his wonderful shield from his mother, his wonderful aegis. And engraven on that shield, as described in great detail by Virgil, is the history of the Roman people. Now, the Aeneid is taking place right after the Trojan War, and Rome does not yet exist. But the gods know it will, and the gods know its history. So on the shield is this whole history of this civilization that will come from Aeneas. And as I say, Virgil goes in great detail to describe this wonderful story that's on the shield. And the most striking and beautiful passage is when Virgil says that Aeneas is completely unaware of the history of these people. He's completely unaware of what will come. But even so, not knowing, he takes the burden of his people on his back, and he sacrifices for them, and he works for them. It's a beautiful passage. And so, in one of the most beautiful passages, in one of the most beautiful pieces of literature ever written, Virgil ends Book 8 of the Aeneid, saying that Aeneas miratur dona parentes, he looks at this wonderful gift, the shield of Vulcan, this wonderful gift of his mother's, this incredible shield, and being ignorant of the history of his people, he atolens, he bears umero on his shoulder. Fata famamque repotens, the fame, the history, the fate of his people, of his sons. It's a beautiful, moving piece. Without knowledge, Aeneas is taking his whole people, all of his children, on his shoulder and bearing them. The gods know that he's the father of a nation, but he doesn't. It's a beautiful, beautiful passage. Aeneid, Book 8. I invite anyone to read it. And if you're not able to in the Latin, there's some wonderful translations. I love Robert Fagel's, but the Latin is sublime.